Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you're watching this video. It is now 6:30 in Grenada in the evening. Grenada 4 hours behind the UK, 5 hours behind Europe, and well, the rest, well, yeah. Anyway, the reason I'm doing this video is I think there's a few missing gaps as to what's been going on recently, or to why things are going in the direction that they are. So let me fill you in. We'll go back in July time. I was working with Fight Hype UK purely voluntarily to get their videos for them, do videos for them. So I was on the Hey Chisora, what do they call it? So I was just there to do I was working as press, and I was able to get in working with Fight Hype UK. Shout out to Fight Hype UK while I do this. They gave me the opportunity to be a part of that. During that time, I got to meet the likes of Chris Mannix, Caroline Blueshell, who is on Sky Sports Germany presenter. I met Frank Warren. I met John Rawling, Jim Rosenthal, Colin Hart, Adam Booth. Who else? Yeah, I said Chris Mannix. No, he's from Epic Sport. He's a commentator and a presenter for the boxing. Who else? Of course, I met Derek Chisora. Didn't get to meet David Haye. I was like an arm's length away from David Haye, and I never got to talk to him. Who knows, in the future I may get that interview. And what am I saying? Yeah, that was my opportunity to do that, and it was great. I even got featured in not featured, but there was clips of me in the episode 3 of Hey Chisora, in the background doing some media work and stuff like that. And yeah, so it was good. It was fun, great experience. But I was always planning to come to the Caribbean. It's always something I wanted to do since a kid. I wanted to come to the Caribbean, and because I do cricket coaching as well, it's something I've done for many years. Recognised nationally for doing the work I've been doing in communities. You can look through the YouTube videos, and you can go to my website and you'd see it. But anyway, yeah, I loved it, and I wanted to come to the Caribbean and do some work in the Caribbean, and coach cricket. It was always a dream. Having worked in Australia and worked in England, it was time to come to the Caribbean. That was my plan. And when I did the whole boxing thing with Fight Hype UK, it was great, but I enjoyed it, but boxing was always on a back burner because I had done some work with boxing before. I had boxed before. I got a boxing tutor's license. No, that doesn't make me a boxing coach, but having trained in America and worked under one of the best amateur trainers that were around at the time, who produced 5 Golden Glove champions, it was great to have that experience, and to be in the gym with someone like Barry Jones, trained to become a pro. That was great, and all that experience helped. And I've always had a love for boxing, and in another interview in the future, near future, I'll be able to express about that a lot more. But anyway, so I've come to the Caribbean now, but the person I looked up to, or admired for what they did by getting all the interviews that they did, they said to me as a comment before I left, the Hey Chisora interviews, or the Hey Chisora press thing, would be the first and last for me, like I was a flash in a pan. They said to me, when you leave and go to the Caribbean, there's no way you will possibly be able to do any interviews. You're over, you're done, you're finished. And I came to the Caribbean, and and I started doing the boxing hangout with James Hernandez, and then more recently with Phil Lindsay. I felt at the time that there wasn't enough like boxing sort of TV shows and stuff, and I was trying to get that started with the boxing hangout. We were the first on Google Hangout to do a boxing show, which was live. Problem with that was, the connection issues, and Google's just, plus at the moment, it's just such an unstable platform that we used to have people coming on to watch the show, and in the middle of the show I'd be talking and then just getting disconnected, so we just stopped doing that. So there's a website now, www.boxinghangout.com, theboxinghangout.com. Just check that out. You can see the website there. So yeah, started that, and I was still doing BaylorIC TV, BaylorIC then, just with the boxing and doing the predictions here and there. And then somewhere down around November time, one of my supporters, someone who liked the videos I was doing, which made it change, said, hey, I like what you're doing. Why don't you start doing some interviews? It just so happened at the time that Ali Adams, who had been recently banned by the British Boxing Board of Control, wanted to do an exclusive. So I went and did the first interview. Little did I know that since then I haven't stopped, and you've seen the evidence of the videos and the interviews I've done. And I want to take this opportunity to thank every single person that has taken their time out, because every interview I've done has been on Skype. So to thank every individual that I have done an interview with. I say at the end of every interview, thank you very much, but I want to make it clear to those people that actually enjoy the interviews or watch the interviews, that first of all, the guest has the choice to be on the show, and there are some guests, there are some people out there, I'm not mentioning names, that have a mentality that they believe that they're better than you, and that they should only do well-known interviews with well-known people. So BaylorIC's not well-known. It's getting known. It's not well-known. And I've had 4 or 5 people that on Twitter have said to me, yeah, love to do an interview with you. You do the email out to them, and they never reply, which I found highly disrespectful. And you know who you are, and I'm one of these people that's just straight shooter. I'll just tell you like it is. And I've liked everyone that's come on the show so far because they've been straight shooters. They've told the truth. Okay, there's been 1 or 2 that have said a few things that you kind of question. But hey, by and large, people are straight shooters, and I enjoy that. And so we're at the situation now where BaylorIC is getting the interviews regularly, which is fun. And the moment I was thinking to myself, oh my god, I'm not going to have a show for next week. And then you get 2 or 3 people just lined up doing interviews, and it's a great feeling. It's fantastic. I love it. I enjoy it. I love just talking to people generally, so it's okay. But what was frustrating for me, and what really, I think, motivated me, is it's very easy to criticise. It's very easy to sit behind a machine and say, oh, I could do that. You didn't do that very well. Oh, that's crap. It's very easy for you to do that. Very easy. But it takes more of a man or a woman to actually get up and say, you know what? That I can do better than that. Or I can at least attempt to do better than that, and have a go. Nothing wrong with having a go and having a try, and seeing how far you can go with it. And that's exactly what I'm doing with BaylorIC. I'm having a go, and doing the interviews. I was fed up of watching boxers, the typical things they say. How's training been going? Oh, it's great. I'm in the best shape of my life. I've never been fitter, never been stronger. I'm punching harder in the gym. But this stuff you hear, every fighter says it, and it's so boring. Or you hear a trainer say, yeah, he's up for it, he's ready for it, he's fired up, he's really ready to go. We've been working a few new things in the gym. Like what? Yeah, we worked a few things in, we can't give our tactics away, and then they get beaten up or whatever. So I thought, instead of just being like everybody else, I'm not criticising those people that do the 5-minute interviews. I'm not criticising them all. That's what they do. That's what they're known for. Or the 10-minute interviews or the 15-minute interviews. I'm asking questions. I'm not looking to go out there and offend people. But at the same time, I'm just imagining, I see myself as another fan when I ask these questions. So as a fan, I ask myself when I'm talking to this person, I think, well, what would a fan ask? What would a fan be asking? And so that's why I do the interviews. And the reason I've taken the time out to do this video simply is just to say to you guys, thank you, let you know what's going on, the truth about what's going on. And I have to say that all the guests I have had on the show so far have been top class, and there's some real tasty interviews coming up in the future. Can't give any names away. So yeah, so the moral of this video is that don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. I'm not going to name the person's name who said I was unable or would never be able to do an interview again, but I think I must have done at least 15 interviews now. So,
congratulations, you've made it to where you need to be for easy-to-use hosting services and a reliable place to set up and host all types of sites. Listen up and I'll tell you how. Our hosting packages give you access to a wide range of tools and features.
Yeah, that was a bit random, wasn't it? Yeah, don't know how that happened. But yeah, I'm going back to my point. I was saying, don't let anybody tell you you can't do anything, right? That's their opinion and their limitation. Their limitation telling you can't do something. You go out and you do it, and you find it yourself if you can do it. Okay? Go out and do it. Be the best you possibly can be at it. That's all I can really say. For those people who like to push the dislike button on my page, why do you keep pushing dislike? You dislike things that there's nothing to dislike about them. So if you don't like my page, unsubscribe. Get off my page. Simple. That's all. And to those people who have been really supportive, thank you. Really appreciate it. What interviews would you like me to do? Who would you like me to interview? What would you like me to do interviews about? Yeah, I think that's about it. There will be some changes coming soon to BaylorIC TV. I am not going to say what they are. You're just going to see. So just watch out. I'm coming.